Welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing good and everything is okay. So I want to just discuss the bottle throwing at the Sabina Park over the weekend. It is semi-finals of the Jamaica Premier League playoffs. We're into the super final, as it's now called. And I just want to touch on the bottle throwing thing. One, let me just make this clear. This is my opinion. This is my view on the situation. Not many would agree with my opinion. Maybe you'll find just one or two persons who agree with my opinion on the situation. But I understand that if you don't agree, there's no problem at all. Nothing wrong with that. Anyways, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. If you're here for the first time, let's get straight into the meat of matter. Let's do the YouTube stuff. And hopefully you guys are doing good. Anyways, all right. So, Arnett Garden versus Cavaliers. Initially, from the game started off, before the game kicked off, there was a long delay surrounding match ball. Now, based off the guidelines, the home team tend to provide the match ball. That is football 101. That's some of the basic rules of football. And apparently, Cavalier was the home team. Now, I believe that Arnett Garden wanted to use their ball, based off what the reports are. Arnett Garden wanted to use their ball. Cavalier said, no, we're going to use our ball because we are the home team. Now, last week in the first leg, Cavalier did play with Arnett ball. So this time, the tide had switched where Cavalier said, no, you're going to play our ball now. Fine. That caused a big problem. Not sure why. That could have been easily worked out. We don't know why. But one team has said, boy, I did not train in the ball and all that kind of something. But I never said that. But from that instant, from the first delay, you could see that something not boil up. You could see something not boil up. Just a little instant there, you could see something is boiling up. Now, the fans started to moan and groan and I said, oh, go on, what is for what they hold up for? We need to see some ball play. Why no ball now play? And then now, boom, kickoff time. Now, when I'm looking at this, from the start of the game, as we said now, before the start of the game, the fans them kind of edgy. As I've semi-finals, vital match, and kind of edgy already. Now, the first instant in the game was when I think was when one of the Arnett Garden players went down kind of close to the box, went down in the box. But the challenge was made outside of the box. I can now confirm it because I got the opportunity to rewatch and see it in slow motion to understand it's actually the right call. But from that moment when they didn't get that, they believe it was a penalty. They didn't get a penalty. Well, even before that, one and two calls, they thought that it was not going in their favor. The Arnett supporters, they think that one or two calls were not going in their favor. But really and truly, when we rewatch a game, I don't see nothing wrong. Me, personally, I didn't see anything wrong. But when they called me the penalty, the referee said no penalty and give a free kick at the edge of the 18-yard box. And the Garden fans upset about that. I said, no, man, the ball just up in that penalty box, this and that, right there. Them upset about that. Then now, moments after, a tackle was made in their box, and the Cavalier player went down in their box, and the referee pointed this penalty spot. You know that me now. Hey, all hell break loose. And the bottles just come out in full flooding. Now, when the first penalty was not given, one and two look at something that happened. And it kind of calmed down. But so when the second penalty was given, jeez, they said, no, obviously the referee is cheating. That's the old notion. Now, I'm going to explain to you the dark part of, psychological part of football. Now, Rudolph Speed is the technical director of Cavalier. He's on the sideline coaching the team. And the notion is that, from the supporters, after speaking to a couple of the supporters, the notion is that because Rudolph Speed is on the sideline, who's the coach of Cavalier, and also a part of the JFF, they believe that the referee will have a level of bias towards Rudolph Speed. And then now the notion, may I speak from the supporters when I talk to the whole of them after the game, and then they explain to me. They also believe that because they might get to youth, they might try fight out the ghetto youth. That you know the little thing they were because probably Speed in power, he has the power to roll back the ghetto youth. That little thought there. So basically, they must say the referee are ref in favor of Rudolph Speed. Now, in my view, from my perspective, from what I'm watching the game, understanding the game, the rules and laws of the game, all the calls and the decision the referee made were within the laws of the game. So I would understand the supporters feeling upset about the calls because at that present moment, they felt cheated at that moment. But sometimes it's good to have a look at retrospective and have a look back and say, you know what, it wasn't as bad as I think. You know, you see if they actually could have watched a game on their phone, enough of them I realized, so it wasn't really a bad call. But because them in the moment, the emotions were already high, feelings were high, all these things, it just poured out. And it showed. So the peace officer, the players have to go across. The Anigan players have to go across to calm the crowd down. Legend, Parker Blacks, Fabian Reed have to go across and said, hey, we're still in the game. The game is still being played. We have our time, we have our opportunity to get back into the game. And then kind of cool down a bit. So the peace officer went over there. Some of the management of the Anigan team went across over there to have the discussion with the fans. And it was cool down. But I do believe where the dark part is basically based on what the fans were thinking. That's where the old dark aspect is, because they believe that the referee was refereeing in favor of Cavalier and Rudolph Speed. So and because of that notion, that is where the emotions get out of hand. That's what happened. And from my perspective, I would have seen that it seems similar based off how the fans were behaving. The fans' reaction and their attitude is portraying that as well. No, but as I said, where the rules and laws of the games are matters, they were applied correctly by the referee. If you go and rewatch the game right now, if you go and watch even the highlights, you definitely realize that the major decisions that caused the uproar were actually the correct decisions made by the referee. Lo and behold, the game is going to be won on the pitch, and overall throughout the 90 minutes of football, Cavalier was the better team, especially when the third goal went in by Jalmar Calvin. The stadium just got empty. But I would certainly understand why they behave like that, and certainly Cavaliers I thought they played for the win. I do believe that the fans, they can show their emotions, but not in that manner. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you this right, people. At the end of the day, everyone is in that stadium. All the supporters that are in the stadium, they were there to see the players. The players are the reason why we are all there. The truth is, we are basically a slave to what they do on the pitch. This is the truth. We are a slave to what they do on the pitch. Our emotions is based on what they do on the pitch. So if there's 14,000 persons in Sabina, all 14,000 people who went there to watch the game, to enjoy the game, your emotions is solely dictated by the 22 players who are playing. Now, let me see, I have some on the bench, but let's say the 30 players who are involved in the game. The coach here in some sense, but the 30 players who are on the pitch, who are eligible, who are supposed to play, they are the one who dictate our emotions. They are the one who dictate how we feel about the game. They are the one who dictate how we enjoy the evening. And my issue was when the players were at threat. are in danger. That was my issue. Because if we should endanger the players, what's going to happen to the game? And it was definitely not a good look. If we endanger the players and hurt one of the players, one or two of the players, automatically the referee would have blow off the game. Now just done right there, sir. Right there, that done. So I 100% don't condone that behavior. That was disgusting, that was distasteful, that was unacceptable. And we can't carry that same behavior go to the national stadium for the final. And I don't think that, I believe that would have passed these days already. I understand being hurt, I understand all them something there. When Portmore lose, I just have to hold my last, I don't have to hold it, that's just football. I have to hold it. I just football. And I personally was really, really disappointed with the fans' reaction. But hopefully this is a learning curve for the PFJL, learning curve for the supporters, learning curve for the players, learning curve for everyone that was involved. That these extra precautions have to put in place to avoid situations like these. But hopefully we can look past this and this thing can fix. But I do believe that based off what I understand based on what if the supporters would have informed me after speaking with them after the game and such, I understand their frustration. But I would implore them to rewatch the game this morning and they would realize that it's not as bad as what they think, or it's not what they think. So my camera gone. Anyways, big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hopefully, guys are doing good. And I hope someone understand in some aspect of this. Congratulations again, Cavalier, for advancing to another final. Cavalier versus Mount Pleasant. We'll do a different video on that. This is just certainly surrounding the battle issue. Big up on yourself, people. And I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. Road. God bless.